this girl. What is she doing? Lady. Hello and welcome to a What We Eat in a Week dinner edition. We're gonna try to go Saturday to Saturday and show you how we eat as a family of 4 with 2 full-time working parents. So, like I said, it's Saturday, which means it's the end of our weekend. Bryson and I both work for a church and we are Sunday through Thursday employees. So I have spent most of today prepping stuff for the week ahead. This video will kind of be like a companion video to the weekly meal prep I most recently filmed. So take the time, go check that out so you can see everything that I prepped in anticipation of feeding my family this week. While I was prepping that video and doing all the meal prep, I went ahead and got tonight's dinner started. I knew that I would be tired and I wouldn't really want to cook. So I went ahead and made some barbecue chicken in the crock pot, just some shredded chicken for sandwiches. So that is going. You can see how I actually made that on our weekly meal prep video. But now I'm going to transition and make some coleslaw. Super easy. I'm just going to throw some green cabbage, some red cabbage, and some shredded carrot in a bowl. I have some leftover coleslaw dressing that I made a week or 2 ago from a different coleslaw. And I'm just going to use that because it needs to be used up. It's been sitting in my fridge. And then we're going to be good to go for tonight's dinner. And that's going to be it for tonight. Tomorrow we will have some form of leftovers. I'm just going to go ahead and warn you about that now. We have a super long day at church. We'll be there probably from like 7:30, 8 o'clock until 7:30, 8 o'clock. So we will check in tomorrow and I'll show you kind of what we ate, but we probably won't really do dinner. And then we'll continue with the rest of the week. So glad you're here. See you soon. Welcome to Monday. I know I said that I would show you what we had yesterday, but it ended up being such a busy day trying to manage working and being at church for 12 hours and then also having the kids on and off during that time. So I didn't get any video, but what we did eat was, I think we had Cracker Barrel in the morning, Gusto, which is like a local Atlanta thing. It's like a salad place for lunch, and then Moe's for dinner. We work for an amazing church that feeds you if you're there all day and feeds staff in general on Sundays. So gosh, I love my job and my church. They're amazing and they're so good to us. So, sorry I didn't get any shots of that. Tonight for dinner, we're gonna make burgers. So I have some meat thawing in the fridge. Just gonna do a really simple patty with some seasonings, Worcestershire, maybe an egg to bind it all together. And then I have some tater tots in the freezer that we're just gonna pop in the air fryer. So nothing fancy or really healthy, but it's gonna be easy. It's been a little bit of a crazy day because Zeke yesterday, our offices have all glass doors, and Zeke rammed himself into somebody's glass door, not realizing that it was closed. Ended up with a huge welt on his head. We didn't think much about it because he is always bonking his head because he's a toddler. Well, this afternoon he woke up at daycare screaming and saying his head hurt and was totally inconsolable for like hours. So they called me, I went and got him, immediately took him to the doctor because he wasn't calming down, and our pediatrician is great and will make a way. And turns out it wasn't a concussion or anything related to the head trauma from yesterday, but just a raging, reoccurring ear infection, which is such a bummer. Poor buddy. I feel so bad for him, but he's sleeping now and is hopefully doing better. So we'll see. So let's jump in and make dinner. Bryson is on his way. His sister went and picked him up because we're a 1-car family and I had to leave work immediately to go get my kid. So, all right, let's go make some burgers. This girl just eating her snacks in the kitchen with me. Yeah. Here is everybody's dinner for tonight. Bryson gets a double stack. I don't know, people, my patties just seem to shrink. Gotta figure that out. But there's Bryson's, Zeke's. I always like to make a salad with mine. And then Valley is getting a mix of burger patty and chopped up potatoes. All right, we will see you tomorrow. Welcome to Tuesday. Just got home. We're doing potato skins tonight. I cooked off all of these potatoes earlier in the week when we did our weekly meal prep. And so now we're just gonna coat them in butter and some other stuff, heat them back through, and then top them with cheese and green onions and bacon. So we need to cook off the bacon too. So let's get started. So this is just a mix of butter, garlic powder, paprika, salt, and pepper. Should have onion powder in it, but we don't have onion powder. I'm just gonna brush all of this butter on the insides and outsides of these potatoes and put them on the sheet tray and get them heated through. So these are looking really good. I'm gonna fill them now with cheese and bacon and then pop them back in the oven for about 5 to 10 minutes until they get nice and melty. The rest of this bacon that I'm cooking off right here will be used for breakfast for dinner on Thursday. So 2 birds, 1 stone, let's go. The kids will have blueberries with their potato skins, but Bryson and I are gonna have some of this everything chopped salad kit. Final product. Let's get it plated up. Here's everybody's plates. Got some green onions and some sour cream on there with our salads and the kids' plates as well. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for lasagna. Welcome to Wednesday night. This is the lasagna that we prepped in our last meal prep. I'm literally just gonna pop it in the oven once it gets to 375 degrees. I'm gonna put some foil over the top of it and then bake it for a little bit and then whip up a salad, and that's it. And our small group is coming over to eat dinner with us. All right, welcome to Thursday. Tonight is, Bryson, what's tonight?
Breakfast for dinner.
BFD. He's more excited about that than he seems, I promise. Sorry, I didn't show you the rest of yesterday's dinner. I honestly totally forgot. Turned out great. I used ricotta and no bake, or like the regular noodles, not the no boiled noodles. You can watch my meal prep if you don't know what I'm talking about. And it turned out amazing, but the chaos of like getting everything ready for 6 people to show up to your house always takes over. So tonight we're gonna do breakfast for dinner. I have some bacon pre-cooked from earlier in the week, and I'm just gonna make some homemade pancakes and some eggs. That's gonna be dinner. So let's get started. Here's everybody's plates. Our plates and the kids' plates. All right, we'll see you for tomorrow's dinner. Welcome to Friday and the last day of our What We Eat in a Week dinner edition. I have a used pouch in my pocket because that's mom life. We kept the kids out from daycare today because we have a pretty big event at church on Saturday, so we didn't want somebody to watch our kids for like 20 days straight. So we kept the kids out today. We've been hanging out with them all day, but I have had the time to prep some falafel dough. So this is the first time I'm ever making falafels at home, and I'm making them in the air fryer. So what I went ahead and did is I soaked some chickpeas overnight. Did not pick a big enough container to soak the chickpeas, so that was fun. When I woke up in the morning, they had filled the container, but were not soaked all the way, so I had to put them in a bigger container and then re-soak them. And then I ground those up with a ton of herbs, both parsley and cilantro, added in some salt, a ton of pepper, cumin, and coriander, ground all of that up with an onion and garlic in my food processor. And then that has just been chilling in the fridge. I covered it tightly, been in the fridge for a few hours. So now we're gonna form the patties and we're gonna make them in the air fryer. My goal is, if we like this, because these are like kind of not something you want to eat a lot of leftovers of, like they don't last well, they don't preserve well. What I'm gonna do is, if we like them, I'm gonna take the rest of the patties that I make and I'm gonna freeze them, and then we can just use them whenever we want falafels. We can just pull them out, either thaw them or put them straight in the air fryer. So the next step of this recipe, after making the dough and letting it rest, is to add toasted sesame seeds and baking powder. Instead of toasted sesame seeds, I'm gonna add a little bit of tahini, I think is what I'm gonna add. And that will give that nice like roasted flavor, and will also continue to help bind the falafel. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. And then we're gonna cut up some tomatoes and cucumbers, throw those in some vinegar. And then we are going to stuff pitas with hummus, falafels, tomatoes, cucumbers, and then all of that jazz. And so we'll see how this turns out. I'm excited and a little bit nervous, and I hope that we don't have to order pizza. All right, let's make them. All right, here's everybody's plates. I almost ended up not taking a video. Would have been tragic. Turned out really well. This girl seems to be doing okay with it. My plate over there, we have some extra hummus, and this is just cucumbers, tomatoes, and red onion all mixed up with some vinaigrette. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with us for what we eat for dinner.
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Go.